I'm Debbie Rusmisel. I've taught, well, I am a teacher currently at Jeter Watson. I've taught for the last 27 years. Last 20 have been with Covington City Schools. And I was here at last month's meeting when Trish Dobbs asked you to consider allowing our students to come a half day, 1 day a week. And so many, as we said even last time, many of the surrounding systems have adjusted their schedules to allow teachers this opportunity, and we're asking for that time to work on grades, lesson plans, and getting packets together for our students who are absent for extended days. Mrs. Steve Johnson had said she was going to discuss this with the principals. And so I'm here now wondering, here a month later, wondering did those discussions take place and where the school board stands on this matter. I can speak for myself and those of us at Jeter Watson, not so much the other schools, but we are still very stressed and the exhaustion is real. We just finished our first 9 weeks, and in order to get grades done and comments done on our report cards, we all had to spend extra time outside of school hours, outside of our regular hours. We have some teachers who don't even have a planned period, so there's obviously has to be done. So all of us are putting in the extra time. Some of us at school, some of us at home, some of us doing both, and that is taking time away from our families. It's taking time from us just to be able to decompress after a day of craziness sometimes. So, you know, we all appreciate the calendar change that you all agreed to last month, and none of us are complaining about those days, but we would hope that you would consider allowing us this opportunity to work in our classrooms. The 2 days off didn't sound like they were work days. I mean, I know we could work them, but most of us were not going to. But if we had time in our classrooms, it would be tremendous. Just to sit down and work, even work together sometimes. I don't have the opportunity to work with a different grade level. Being I'm the only math teacher in 7th grade, it would be nice to work with a 6th grade to say, you know, here's some of the things I'm seeing that are issues. And I know other, departments would benefit from that as well. We did do a survey at our school today, and I made a copy for each of you. I think I got it. Might be one short, but anyway, and I'm just kind of giving you a feel of what our teachers are feeling. So that's just kind of where we are, and I hope that you will consider this request and give us the opportunity to try to get caught up and stay afloat and work on our mental health as well. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Acquiesce that request.
Well, thank you for the survey results. I appreciate that. So yes, I've done a lot of things with the principals and talked to them about it. I've met about 3 times with the the Allegheny County Superintendent, Ms. Halterman in Jackson River Technical Center, Mr. Spangler. We're meeting again tomorrow. Would like to ask our board tonight to consider calendar changes in that respect. We're trying to plan them so the impact on JRTC is not as great as it could be. So it's not a overdeal yet. We're still working to provide those updates. And met with the principals again today by Zoom. Last week on Tuesday with Mr. Spangler and Ms. Halterman. And tomorrow we're meeting again to talk about those days that we can work into our calendar.
Okay.
So.
Would, just a question, would we add that instruction time anywhere else? In other words, if we figure out a way to allow for the extra planning period, or is our intent to add instruction time to the end of the year to spread it out? Because I think there's a couple things that we're concerned with, or obviously I know.
Yes, we're very concerned with continuity of instruction, completing a semester for some of our high school students that haven't had a complete semester, while still thinking about the stress that our teachers are feeling. Any time that we take off right now will come out of bank time. That's how those 2 days and that we had added to the calendar right now is coming out of the bank time that we have. So anything additional, that's what we're looking at is bank time. We were given days for virtual learning should we need them. 10 days were added by the Department of Education that we could kind of play around with. We'd like to not consider using those days. We're still concerned about the weather. Those days come out of bank time too. So at the moment, we have not talked about adding anything to the end. We're just trying to figure out how to make it work with the bank time that we build into our schedule every year. Any other thoughts about that?
Just a refresher on the calendar for the end of the year. How far into June is that again? I don't recall.
We're going to June the 9th, I believe, is the last day. The end of the fourth 9 weeks, the second semester is June 9th. Yes. We were told in a superintendent's meeting also last Tuesday that there were no waivers this year. We had to have 990 hours in our school calendar. So that's what we're trying to figure out with bank time and how to build all those things. And all the other divisions that have already given their employees a date, they've had to figure out how to do that, and that's what we're working to try to do as well. And we understand the need, and we appreciate what our staff has already done to get us to where we are today. So thank you all. Any other questions or thoughts about?
I just feel for them because I've been there and done that,
Yes.
but not like you are doing right now.
Mr. Woodson, any other
No,
thoughts or questions?
It's a double-edged whammy, right? We do have a lot of stress, and somehow we still got where we obviously lost some ground with our kids last year.
Yes.
And it's hard to catch up at that point. On top of all the other stresses, I know the teachers feel that as well. But
And everybody is working so hard to make everything happen that we know our students need. So we are trying to figure it all out the best way that we can. And would ask for flexibility if you all would allow us to look at calendar changes and send them back to you all. If we can make those changes, perhaps in a decision-making way tomorrow or in the next week or so, as we look at those. We'd like to give people some dates so that they can know that they're coming up. So, yeah.
I would think if you meet all the hour requirements, I wouldn't have any issue with how you structured it, as far as that is concerned, as long as the relief is provided. Does anybody else have any issue in that respect?
yeah, I mean, like you're working with Allegheny and JRTC, and if we meet the needed time in the classroom for the students, and I think I'm good with whatever you guys come up with.
There's moving parts there, but then of course the other is parents and families.
Yes, we have to give them.
We have to, whatever we do, we have to plan
Give
it
them
far
notice.
enough out
Yeah.
to where they have time to adjust.
Yes.
Of course, parents of smaller children are going to have a rougher time adjusting to that half day too. So, but yeah, I don't know of any of us that don't understand what the need for it is. It's just a matter of trying to juggle all the balls and get everything lined up. So.
Is there a time limit for how long we'll do this? Like all year or?
What we hope to do when we figure it out is to provide that relief throughout the rest of the school year.
Okay.
And go ahead and make some dates and make them known to the public and to our staff and to our families. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.